A recent gathering of both Jews and Baptists provided the perfect setting for a lively dialogue. Experts on both religious traditions were present to discuss the role of Jerusalem in their respective religions.
Some Baptists tie the literal fulfillment of prophecies regarding Jews, Jerusalem, and the temple to expectations regarding the end of history.
I do not know the answer to whether Jerusalem is real estate or a metaphor. Somehow I think it's neither. I think it's probably both. But as we go on with our discussion tonight, hopefully we'll be able to really transcend both metaphor and real estate.
Two religious leaders considered experts in their fields came together to offer two different religious groups their perspective on their religious connection to Jerusalem. The topic, Jerusalem, real estate or metaphor?
For the Jewish community, for us, this is a very positive discussion, is that we get to talk on our own terms and hear and learn from the Baptists on their own terms about their ideas about Israel.
Dr. Alan Culpepper serves as the Dean of the McAfee School of Theology at Mercer University.
Why does the land not hold the central position for Christians that it does for Jews? We use the Old Testament, as we call it, alongside the New Testament. As we saw in the video, of course, Jesus preached in Galilee, died, and as we believe, was raised in Jerusalem. Why then does the land not hold the central position for Christians that it does for Jews?
Rabbi Gary Greenbaum is the U.S. Director of Interreligious Affairs for the American Jewish Committee.
For Jews is very much a part of our identity as people and as a people. Just as every people in the earth identifies themselves as a people because of their shared history and because of their shared language and on and on. There are 7 or 8 or 10 things that we can say describe what a people is and what a nationality is. Part of what being a Jew is having a homeland. Just as Americans, French, people everywhere in the world have a homeland. Jews had a homeland for 2,000 years that was thousands of miles away. And yet it was still our homeland, and it's always been our homeland.
We are faced by common problems.
Not only did the two experts give their perspectives on the topic, but the audience members were encouraged to talk among themselves at their tables about issues affecting both Jews and Baptists. Sherry Labovitz and Pastor Bob Browning both served as facilitators at their tables. It's their job to keep the discussions going about Jerusalem.
A facilitator encourages conversation on some pointed topics, although I'm sure conversation will go where it will. And as far as I can see looking around the room, there doesn't seem to be too much problem in terms of starting conversations or continuing conversations.
The Reverend Bob Browning, the pastor of Smoke Rise Baptist Church in Stone Mountain, is a facilitator at another table across the room. He says he's taken 2 trips to Israel, and he's excited about leading the discussion.
Well, at our church especially, we believe in building bridges to people and tearing down walls, and we want to reach out to people that are different from us. And we're hoping tonight, we brought about 12 members, and they're scattered throughout all the tables. We're hoping that our people will meet new people and that we'll dialogue about who we are and what we have in common, what we believe, our hopes, our dreams, our fears. And we're hoping to take advantage of this opportunity to get to know each other better.
Reverend Browning says after only starting their conversation, it was clear they are much more alike than different.
We began by talking about where we're from, and not only here in Atlanta, but our roots, and then some of our spiritual roots as well. But then I asked the question a moment ago, why did you come to this meeting? Because we have Christians and Jews gathered around the table from all over the city. And I said, why did you come to this meeting? How did you hear about it? Why did you come? What do you hope to achieve by coming to this meeting? And it was interesting because many people had the same answers. They came because they want to promote peace. They want to get to know people that are different from them, that have a different heritage and belief system, and build those bridges instead of walls.
So after spending a few hours together talking over dinner among themselves about Jerusalem and having the added benefit of insight from two religious experts, the people in the room will come home with a better understanding of the other religion and each other.